Alright guys, so today we're gonna move for equations with fractions. During the week we're also gonna move to inequality, so we're gonna step away from the equal sign. So looking at the first thing, on fractions, first thing I gotta do is no mixed numbers. What I call the mixed number is a number that it's a fraction and a whole number at the same time. I'm looking at the 1 and 1/3. So no mixed numbers. The way I'm going to change that to fraction only, I'm going to call that 4 over 3a. And the way I came out with the 4 is I multiplied those two numbers, 1 times 3. So multiply those two and add it to the top. So that's how I came out with 4 over 3. So I have negative 14 over 3 is equal to 4 over 3a plus a. Once again, the first thing that I do is no mixed numbers. Now, let me get rid of fractions. I notice at the bottom I have a 3. Let me multiply everything by 3. So every number by 3. My numbers are either going to be separated from with an equal sign, a plus or a minus. So I have 3 numbers there. I know 3 divided by 3, keep in mind calling it divided because a fraction. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times the 14 on top, I get negative 14. Then on the second fraction, 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 to the top, 1 times 4 is 4a. And then plus 3a. At this one, there was no fraction, so I just multiplied them out. Once again, on the fraction, I said 3 divided by the 3 at the bottom times the top. If you notice, all you do technically, you cancel out the fraction. So I said no fractions. Now, let me separate through the equal sign, letters on one side, numbers on the other. My numbers are already on the right. My letters are on the right, my numbers on the left. Now let me simplify each side. I have that negative 14 is equal to 7a. I combine 4 plus 3. Now let me divide by the number in front of the letter. So a is equal to negative 2. Let me take a look at question number 2. Remember, if I see a mixed number, I'm going to change it to a fraction. So I'm going to have negative 1 is equal to negative 2n plus 3 over 2n. Remember, the way I came out with the 3 is I multiply these two, and then I add it to the top. Now, let me get rid of fractions by multiplying everything by 2. And once again, I said 2 because at the bottom of the fraction is a 2. I know 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4n. Plus 2 divided by 2 times the 3 on top, I get 3n. Like I said, I got rid of fractions. Now let me separate my sides through the equal sign. My letters on the right, my numbers on the left, so they're separated already. Let me simplify each side. So I have the negative 2 is equal to negative 1n. Negative 4, positive 3, that's negative 1. Divide by the number in front of the letter. In this case, is a negative 1. Notice how the negative sign, I call it negative 1. So divide both sides by negative 1. I get positive 2 is equal to n. So n is equal to 2. Let me take a look at question number 3. No mixed numbers. So let me make that into just a fraction. So I have negative 1 is equal to negative 2n plus 3 over 2. Oh no, that's number 2. Let me take a look at number 3. Once again, no mixed numbers. So I'm going to call that 5 over 3 is equal to negative 4 over 3x plus 1 minus 2x. Once again, my mixed numbers, I change it to improper fractions. And remember, all I did was multiply those two and add it to the top. Multiply those two, add it to the top. So now I see a 3 at the bottom. Let me multiply everything by 3. So what is it? Oh, it says plus. Oh, my bad. Thank you. All right, the 2x is a plus 2. I didn't see it was a plus. All right, so I noticed on the first fraction, 3 divided by 3 basically cancels out. 3 divided by 3 is 1, so I get 5 is equal to, I know here they cancel out, so it's negative 4x plus 3 plus 6x. Remember, I multiplied everything by 3. And then separate my letters and my numbers. Since I see my letters on the right, I want my numbers on the left. So my plus 3, let me move it to the left as a minus 3. Right, I move my 3 to the left as a minus 3. Don't forget to switch the sign. So I'm going to have the 2 is equal to 2x. Right, negative 4, positive 6, that's 2x. Now divide both sides by the number in front of the letter. So in this case, let me divide by 2. I'm going to get x is equal to 1. So idea first, no mixed numbers. Remember, what I call a mixed number is a whole number and a fraction. So no mixed numbers. Then, no fractions. Then letters on one side, numbers on the other, and then divide by the number in front of the letter, once you simplify. But let me take a look at question number 4. And the reason why I'm going to look at number 4, because the number at the bottom of the fraction is different. So first, like I told you guys, no mixed numbers. Remember, I had to multiply those, add it to the top. So I'm going to have 3 over 2n minus 4 over 3n is equal to 0. Right? No mixed numbers. Now, no fractions. But I noticed that I have a 2 and a 3. And I know 2 and 3, they both meet at 6. Right? I'm trying to think which number can I possibly divide by 2 and 3. There's many numbers. We could choose 6, we could choose 12, 18, 24. But let me go for a small one. That way I deal with small numbers. So in this case, I'm going to multiply all of these by 6. Because when I do divide here, 6 divided by 2 is 3. Multiply it to the top, we're going to get 9n. 6 divided by 3 is 2. Multiply to the top, we get 8n. And then here, there's no fraction, so multiply. 0 times anything is 0. So that's not bad. So in this case, I multiply by 6 to get rid of fractions. All right, let me separate my sides to the equal sign. Letters are already on the left. Numbers are on the right. Let me simplify. 9 minus 8 is 1n. It's equal to 0. So n is equal to 0. So this time I multiply by 6 because 2 and 3 can both go into 6. We could have chosen a different number like 12, but we're just going to be dealing with bigger numbers. All right, any questions? No questions? All right, let me take roll really quick.